Hello, US 102 class. Welcome to week 7. And as many of you see that you have an exam due Sunday, an exam essay, and just video notes and much less notes than usual as well. So um, just to make sure that it's clear about the expectations, I basically the way the Sunday essays that you're doing them and the requirements for them, if you stick to the model of how you've been doing your Sunday essays, your Sunday essays, you're just going to basically develop more with your first exam. So you're going to basically do double the work, and I'm just going to be looking more for more dates, more citations, and just thoughts. Like basically pack it full and make it sound like you've learned something in the class. And remember that that's the entire point of any assignment that I have, is you demonstrating that you're engaged with the class. So I think at this point most of you know that the AI situation is not going to work with this class, because I have to see information that we covered and I need to see the citation of where we're at. And that this is where you got the information from. I realize, again, for many of you, writing is a struggle, and you're doing it though. Many of you are getting it done. Now, look, for those of you who are falling behind, who are struggling, having a hard time keeping momentum, my understanding is you have about 40 minutes in each class to focus on your work. That's not a lot of time. If that's the case, that's what one student told me. But certainly that class time can be helpful, at least for laying the groundwork. For many students that are not in school and they don't have any time given to them to do the work. So keep in mind, I often will have an online student who is trying to study to be a fire person, and they have 4 kids. Now, where do they get the time to do their homework? They have to make that time in their personal life. It's not easy. It's a challenge. And honestly, one could probably argue that college, the way that it was set up originally, was for that to be the only thing that a person focused on. It would be a younger person, most likely from an elite part of society that has very high expectations put on them, and they just focus on school. Well, we live in a different world, a different environment, and I myself, when I was in college, I still had my daughter. I was married. I went through a divorce in the middle of all of college, and the expectations were still the same for me to do the work that I needed to do. But I also had professors that were going to be helpful with me when I got behind, or if I was struggling. And I'm offering that for many of you, for all of you still. So I have Zoom office hours. I originally put them in Wednesdays. I talked to your teacher and was able to get an understanding of when you were all in the classroom, when you are all in the classroom. And I can, I've been setting it up there, and nobody's wanted to meet with me in office hours. That's okay. It's an optional thing. I've also reached out to some of you, I put mass emails. So ultimately what I'm trying to say is this, is that there's no judgment that I have on some of you who are struggling with anything that's going on, but you have to realize that as you're taking a college course, this has to be a priority that you set, and that's the practice that you're learning when you're taking a class like this. And employers, when they see college courses and they see that a student passes any subject matter at a college, university, it's telling employers that you're a person that knows how to do time management, that you have a work ethic. That's the value that a degree gives you, no matter what subject that you focus on. And that's the kind of thing that maybe somebody who's going to be able to pay you more money than you're making now is going to be looking at. So I just wanted to remind that to some of you as I've been having some communication and folks are slipping behind on the schoolwork. I just want to put that thought out there. So again, last thing to say about the exam, I'm grading it pretty much the same way I do Sunday essays. I just expect you to put more into it. This is not multiple choice. This is you demonstrating that you're engaged with the class, and that's what I'm looking for. And so if you have any questions about that, you can contact me. Nobody met with me for Zoom hours when I did that. So in the classroom, so I'm assuming that you have this figured out. But you can still write to me on Canvas and ask me any question. I'll do my best to work with you. Okay, so I hope you're all having a good week, and we'll be in touch. Again, last thing to say, don't give up. And also, if you contact me, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to help you. All right, have a good day.